intelligent writer to meet is not the challenge to beat the drums and to blow the trumpet of progress. We are only reminding him that of all the ends to which he may dedicate his talents, none is more worthy than the improvement of the condition of man and the defense of his freedom. Nor need the writer feel that he is being compelled to become a social reformer rather than an artist. Whatever the writer's conception of his craft may be, he can safely cling to the principle that literature is the imaginative representation of life and nature, and upon this principle honestly build his achievement. If he is sincere, and if he has the ability, he need have no fear that he will become a purveyor of propaganda and lost caste as a creative artist.
In this period, the zarzuela, regnant drama form of the 20s and 30s, came to be replaced in the cities by drama in English by foreign and native authors. Although writing in English came out of the universities and was quite Americanized, at its best, it captured the nuances and effects of American culture in confrontation with Philippine reality.
You think I don't know what kind of a house this is? Well, I know, dearie. I found out last night. I saw you with that Shanghai woman.
Shut up, my God.
Oh, yes, I saw you. I saw you last night. I saw you bring that woman in here. Now, is this the kind of a house you run?
You kidding? What are you about to throw you off?
No!
Go, get out! Get out! Get out! Out of here!
Okay,
Come on.
We're going. Come on, Susan. Hitting a woman with a drumstick.
Well, I guess I better go now. So, goodbye, Canada.
Goodbye, Peter.
Goodbye, Molly.
Goodbye. Come again, won't you?
Sure I will. I'll be going.
Goodbye.
Its maturity is seen in contemporary poems, stories, novels and essays that succeed in capturing Philippine life and reality in the English language, and in crafting the language in Filipino ways adequate for and attuned to the native sensibility. Through all this, the mainstream of Philippine literature continued to be that in the native languages and then in Filipino, the evolving national language. A romantic strain continued in the work of poets and novelists who explored idyllic rural life and the sentiments informing familial and personal relationships. The realistic mode, begun in Rizal's novels, continued in other works that were critical about society and analytical about Filipino customs and manners. In later years, this grew into a social realism that confronted squarely the problems of society, and especially of the masses, in fiction that refused to stop at mirroring and insisted on involvement.
Oo. Naniningil doon si Mrs. Cruz. Pinabayaran ako ni ate. May 2 buwan siguro ako sa malaking bahay na pinagtalan sa akin ni Mrs. Cruz. 2 beses sa linggo kung dalawin ako ni ate. Marami pala kami doon. Hindi ko nakita iba kasi nakakulong ako sa kwarto eh. Nakakulong ako sa kwarto na parang kahon ng posporo. Yun ba kahit magtitili ka wala makakarinig sa'yo sa labas. Pero minsan nakakarinig ako doon ng tili sa kaiyak.
Poets in the vernacular drew from a long verse tradition reaching back to epics and romances which they welded to themes of love and patriotism.
Isang aklat na maputi ang isinusulat, luha, kaya wala kang mabasa kahit isamang talata. Kinabis at inisip mo lang ating pagkabata, tumandak at nagkauban, hindi mo pa maunawa. Ang pag-ibig, isipin mo, pag inisip, nasa puso, pag pinuso, nasa isip, kaya't hindi mo makuro. Lapitan mo ng matagal, ang pagsuyo'y naglalaho, layon mo at kay lungkot, nananaghoy ang pagsuyo.
Poet and journalist Jose Corazon de Jesus, although the prototypical romantic, made social and political comment in poetry. On the other hand, Alejandro G. Abadilla, considered the father of modern Tagalog poetry, fought against social and artistic conventions, insisting on poetry as the expression of the poet's real self, which is the world.
Ako ang daigdig ng tula. Ako ang tula ng daigdig. Ako ang malayang ako, matapat sa sarili, sa aking daigdig ng tula. Ako ang tula sa daigdig. Ako ang daigdig ng tula. Ako ang daigdig. Ako ang damdaming malaya. Ako ang larawang buhay. Ako ang buhay na walang hanggan. Ako ang damdamin. Ang larawan. Ang buhay. Damdamin. Larawan. Buhay. Tula. Ako.
The poets who follow them learned from both the romantic and social schools, as well as from T.S. Eliot, Mao Zedong's talks at the Yan'an Forum, the imagists and symbolists, the Latin Americans. It is among the young poets writing in the native languages that one hears the strongest strains of current reality, protest against poverty and injustice, understanding of the waves of Philippine history and the strata of Philippine society. Theirs is the voice of conscience, concern, and commitment.
In God we trust.
By using the languages born from Philippine experience, the novelists, dramatists, and poets writing in the different vernaculars have found the language proper to the nuances of love and suffering, oppression and struggle, injustice and liberation in the Philippine setting.
Nang wala ng malunok, si Juan de la Cruz, daladalay, gulok, gula-gulanit ng damit. Wala pa ring laman ang bulsa. Umakyat sa arayat at namayat si Juan de la Cruz. Wanted, dead or alive. Ang sabi ng PC at sinisi ang walang hiyang kabataan kung bakit sinulsulan ang isang tahimik na mamamayan na gaya ni Juan de la Cruz.
Anino niya'y tumatawid sa nanunuyong palayan. Tanging sagot sa sigaw niya ay katahimikan at kaluskos ng hangin sa dahon.
Philippine literature, in all its languages, is in constant and cogent contemporary use, in classrooms, in print and publication, on radio, television and film, in song, dance and theater, both written and oral, in many forms and languages, in many settings and for many purposes, its past, present and future coexisting in the national context.
Sa palayo niyang lutang, pagkat wala ng tao sa Santa Filomena, walang ani sa alay ng lupa, nakayuko ang palay, tila bang nalulumbay, tila bang naghihintay ng karitat ng kamay. Nahihinog ang bunga ng mga manggat bayabas, pinipitas ng hangin at sa lupa'y hinahampas. Sinisip-sip ng araw ang tamis at katas, iniiwan ng binhing umaasa. At pagdating ng tag-ulan, sa pinaghasikan upang hugutin ang buhay mula sa kamatayan, muling dadaloy ang dugo sa ugat ng parang. Subalit ang lahat na to'y masasayang, pagkat wala ng tao sa Santa Filomena, walang aaning sa alay ng lupang palayay nakayuko, tila bang sumusuko, naghahandog ng buhay sa karitat kamao.